and Pan Dulce. How's that? Coffee and Pan Dulce.
Hey, I'm Christian Cano. You're the co-host. My buttons are Moms Demand Action, Guns Against Legislation, Healthcare for All, Medicare for All, and also in my heart, Black Lives Matter on behalf of Joe Oldham, who's a guest of ours who passed away last year. That's it.
Hello, this is Jenny James Gunn. I am a community advocate here in Charlotte, North Carolina for LGBT women's rights with the National Organization for Women, gun sense laws with Moms Demand Action, and anything that extends equity to all. Thank you. Good morning, everybody. It is Coffee and Pan Dulce time, and it is April 1st, and yes, we are rocking and rolling this morning and getting things together. Just FYI, if shows drop kind of out of order or a bunch of them at once, don't be surprised. We've had a very busy spring.
Yes, and a very busy day.
Yeah, very busy this morning too. We've had technical difficulties, and we'll leave it at that. But it has definitely been a very wild and woolly March, and
yes,
so we are keeping things going and getting through this year. But it is April, and it's April season, and spring season, and lots of elections and primaries going around the country, and a whole lot of maybe some spring cleaning in certain cases. So we'll get started. And we don't have an official title for today's show.
It'll come up.
but I think it'll come up or come out,
exactly,
one or the other, and we'll figure it out. I'm sure we'll be trash talking some kind of MAGA along the way.
That's right.
Take it away, Christian.
Well, yes, as Gersemi said, welcome everyone. It's Coffee and Pan Dulce. I'm Christian Cano, one of your co-hosts in North Carolina, and then our wonderful Gersemi co-host is in West Hollywood. It's great to be back. As she mentioned, some of these shows may drop all at once. We'll see how we do this, but we'll get the shows out. We've had a very interesting year in many ways, and happy spring. So I want to welcome everyone to spring. Those who I actually like winter, so but I love spring. So I know you're a fall person. You're a Halloween, October kind of person.
Summer. I mean, summer is my number one season. It's probably my favorite season just because I don't have to worry about layering or anything like that.
Sure, yeah.
Put on the lightest clothes I can get away with and head on out for the day. I love fall because of Halloween. I don't like the shorter days that come in the fall. That's one of the reasons I do like the spring is the days have gotten longer.
They get longer. Yeah, so it's already feeling like I should be out there at the gym or something.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's going to happen. All right. Well, welcome everyone. We want to thank those who watch us on Facebook and YouTube and the thousands who listen to us on your favorite audio podcast platform. I hope those of you who are watching this have enjoyed the show that we recently dropped. The recipe box, the interview we did with Dale Shores and his cast, that has finally come out. So we want to thank those who are watching us and so forth. So we don't have an official name for this one, but I'm sure it will pop up during the show. But before we do, let's jump directly into Barb's current events.
And this is Barb's current events.
All right, here we go. All right, Gersemi. You remember Mark Robinson?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. He ran for governor here in the state of North Carolina. He was a big MAGA guy. And remember all those allegations about him visiting the porn shop and being into trans porn, black trans porn and stuff? I don't know if you remember all that. Remember, he said it was a lie. It was, this. And the guy that worked at the porn store said, why would I need to lie? He used to come in. He worked at Subway Sandwich and used to come in. Anyway, Mark Robinson on a podcast just last weekend, said he lied about that. It was true. He just felt like he didn't want to damage Donald Trump's chances of winning and all, yada. So remember that lawsuit he sued the newspaper and then all that kind of stuff for it? Well, that he quietly dropped all of that. So anywho, it was true. That's the first one. The second one, a headline says South Texas Latinos having buyer's remorse about Trump. That's the second one. The last one is the American average gas price is just below $4 a gallon. It's $3.98 a gallon. Those are the three current events. Gersemi, have at it.
I guess I'll go last for first. Gas prices. I've got an interesting take. I don't want to do what the Republicans do when we're in power and gas prices go up.
Sure.
And I'm going to tell you why. Two things. One, we should have been off the gas standard and the oil standard a long time ago. We have the technology to replace gas and oil products. We've just chosen to allow billionaires and big oil companies control our lives and pollute our planet. It is what it is. It's stupid to even have oil and gas in our lives. And we've talked about security and securing this oil and all that and all the other crap that comes with it. It was the justification for Venezuela. Basically, we've gotten in two conflicts this year because of oil. I'm sick of seeing Americans go and die in foreign countries over oil, or come back traumatized. You guys should be too. It's we're in the 21st century. We should have flying cars, but we definitely shouldn't be burning gas anymore. Whoever thought burning gas in cars was a good idea 100 years ago was a fucking idiot. We had steam engines back then. And I'm kind of sick of it. I'm kind of sick about having this conversation. Let's love who you want to love. Let's get rid of oil once and for all. Fuck. It's time. Mark Robinson. That's the water is wet. We all knew that he watched.
Yeah, we all knew it.
Like these guys, when they're obsessed about our genitals and gay sex and everything else, they're just projecting. It's so they are definitely the who farted kid.
Exactly.
You just there's some point where you go, can you guys just give this shit up? Can you just to protect a kid diddler? Come on, let's stop it. Just stop it.
Exactly.
There's no morality to the Republican Party anyway. They gave that up a long time ago.
Yeah.
And then, I don't remember what the third topic is.
South Texas Latinos.
Leopards eating other leopards' faces off.
Yeah.
South Texas Latinos, the same way with the Florida Cubanos. You fucked around. Now you're finding out. And you can make right this year. You know, it's a statewide elections for Texas this year. There's congressional midterms. Like there's put your money where your mouth is, or quit bitching. You know, you keep picking this guy. Yep. And then you want to bitch about it. You keep picking Republicans, and you keep bitching. Quit bitching. Get to voting blue. It'll solve a lot of your problems. A lot of your problems.
Very well said. On that note, because my hair is way out of whack, I've been trying to correct it as you were speaking. So it's been a challenging morning. We'll be right back on Coffee and Pan Dulce right after this.
Hey, y'all. Thanks for watching our spring shows and sticking with us. And we've got a fabulous summer lineup. I hope y'all are excited as I am. And let's enjoy our summers. Hot Girl Summer 2024. See y'all.
Bye, y'all.
Bye, y'all. Hey, y'all. Thanks for watching. And support local Black and brown businesses, including our sponsor, Manosphere Bakery. That has some fabulous pastries, food, king steaks, all kinds of specialty cakes, swallows, and much, much more. Some of the best food you eat in Charlotte, North Carolina. Again, Manosphere Bakery, right here in East Charlotte. Thanks for watching.
Hi, this is Urance Pascual Mateo. I am back. Spedeke is back in 2026, and yes, my hiatus was sad, and it was caused by a bunch of, I don't know, butthurt losers. But I'm not gonna say that. Don't worry, I'm here. I'm gonna be annoying. I'm gonna say fuck fascism, and I'm gonna stand up against this shit. So please like, subscribe, enjoy my show, and let's fight against the bullshit that we continue to go through.
Hey y'all, you know you can watch us on YouTube, Facebook, and your favorite audio podcast platforms. You can catch your special editions of Coffee and Pan Dulce as always. And we appreciate y'all listening. And we're going to do more episodes. We're going to do some zany things in 2025. And most of all, we're going to have lots of fun as always. Thanks for listening. And look for the new shouts. Appreciate it. So we have a great fall lineup, and we encourage you to tune in to many of our fabulous shows, like our DC Say show, and many more things in October and November as well. Thanks for watching as always, and we'll see you next time.
Bye, y'all.
Thank you, everybody, for watching Coffee and Pan Dulce. Jenny and Chris had an amazing talk right there, and this is Urance from Espedeke. Our show is on Thursdays, 7 p.m. on every podcast places you get podcasts, brain fart. But if you want to listen to me doing brain farts and having hot takes and leftist takes and just screaming at the shitty burning world we are living in, come over to Espedeke. You're going to have a fun time.
Hey y'all, thanks for watching the Florida shows. They've been wildly successful. Obviously, it's a topic that you guys have enjoyed and wanted to know more of. And we like talking about the dumpster fire that used to be the state of Florida. And we'll probably talk about it some more this summer. Thanks for watching, y'all.
Bye, y'all. Thanks for watching.
Howdy y'all, Christian Cano here at the terrific new theater in Birmingham, Alabama.
My name is Tamara DeBolt. I'm the executive director of Terrific New Theater, the theater in which this glorious world premiere is taking place.
So you're not a cast member?
I am not.
And I'm Del Shores, and I'm not a cast member. I wrote the recipe box, and I directed it. Yes, and
I'm Emerson Collins, and I play Rick Sprague, the depressive math professor who gets left by his husband and stuck with his mother-in-law.
I am the mother-in-law he is stuck with. My name is Carrie Gisler Oliver, and I play Luwanda Bayless, and she's a fun little character. I enjoy her very much.
Well, wonderful. Thank you all for taking time to talk to us. What initially drew you
And for me, I sort of love this idea of a man who wants to do okay in life, but has a significant childhood trauma that sort of overwhelms him into adulthood, and what that does to the relationships with the other characters and people in his life. And I find that really fascinating. It's we're all broken for various different reasons, and the particular things that he is stuck in that he can't get past, and how it impacts his relationships, and what it means to work through that and build a new relationship and sort of rediscover yourself was a really exciting sort of cliff to jump off of into this really great play.
Hey everyone, thank you so much for watching our Coffee Pan Dulce Show every week. Don't forget you can watch us visually on our video podcast platforms on Facebook and YouTube, but you can also listen to us on your favorite audio podcast platforms like Apple, Amazon, iHeartRadio, Spotify, and all of the other ones that your favorite, whatever your favorite is. Once again, thank you for watching us on Coffee Pan Dulce. We'll dance out. Welcome back, everyone. I completely agree with you. You know, the Mark Robinson thing, remember when that all came out? We all just we were like, rolled our eyes. We're like, yeah, we know this is true. And what's crazy, if he had just said something so simple as, yeah, you know, earlier in my life, I did like watching that. That was something that whatever. And he could have even made it about, and I found Jesus or something, he could have done something like that. But he was so adamant denying it, and it was just so obvious. So I watched recently, just actually probably 2 nights ago, a documentary on Netflix called Manosphere, the influence of the Manosphere. It's about the all-male podcasters, the real, the rage ones, the ones who believe that women should not work, and that men are superior, and there's only 2 sexes, that's their big platform. So I watched that, and then we recorded both of your shows this morning. And one of your shows, you actually kind of briefly talked about masculinity, remember? And what's real interesting about this documentary is it's behind the scenes of these 4 really toxic podcasters that follow like Andrew Tate and all those kind of individuals. And what's really interesting is it doesn't take very long for you to realize they're full of baloney, that they're just performers, that they don't really believe what they say. They just say it because it makes them money, and that's that they're entertained, almost like Rush Limbaugh in a way, even though I think he kind of believed kind of what he said sometimes. And so I found that very interesting because it's obvious that with all kinds of media, you have to take the individuals that are messaging what they're saying, especially on the MAGA Manosphere and the Manosphere and the Christian nationalist sphere, all that kind of stuff, you have to look at those people and you have to realize that many of them don't believe half the stuff they're saying. They do it because that is a market that they felt like they could make money in. And I just thought it was very interesting because I encourage everyone to watch it. It's kind of frustrating to watch because, it's completely content that I don't agree with. But when you watch it, you realize how much of a wussies these guys really are. and it's, I don't know if you've seen that one, but I just thought about that because of the topic you talked about this morning on your show.
Well, that's kind of where that response, that meme that I was quoting, is kind of responding to that. Is actually, how toxic masculinity has been framed by, your wackos from Fox News and the Proud Girls and all these people that are just big old queens. Like it's like, if you were, a real masculine man, there's a lot of things that shouldn't bother you. Like you're not that big of a man if pronouns bother you and make you cry and bitch. Like if you're so preoccupied about people's genitalia, or if you're mad about equal rights, like you're pretty fragile and pretty toxic if you're worried about people getting a seat at the table and that you aren't the dominant voice in the room anymore. Is that there's other people speaking, and I think there's certain men in this ecosystem that they've created that now they're trying to play victim.
Yeah.
The problem that bothers me the most about this manosphere and all this bullshit is they created the system. It's their fucking fault. They're the only ones that can fix it. Is if you want to define masculinity in the toxic ways you are, stop doing it. Stop spreading homophobia, misogyny, transphobia. Stop doing the shit. If you start, like the movie Liar Liar, when he started telling the truth, and one of his clients calls him up and he says, "Stop breaking the law, asshole. Stop being a bigot, asshole, but people won't reject you."
And maybe we found the title for this show, but before we take our last break here, I have watching that documentary and watching the people on Fox News that we've watched, and watched the MAGA people that are in office now, and the Ted Cruzes and the Hollies and all of those MAGA people. I have come to the conclusion, I think the Manosphere, podcast world is really a gay liberation movement. To me, yeah, exactly. It is, all they want to do is hang around other bros.
Mm-hmm.
They don't really like women. They say they love women, which is, and their whole thing is, we love women so much that we know what's best for them. That's their saying. Okay, that is really I'm not saying that that's what gay men, because I think gay men really appreciate, or most gay men. There are some, that are completely out of the wacko. But I would say that it is so homo-centric. Is that if I don't know if that's even a word?
It is now.
Yeah. Okay. It just seems so weird that all they want to do is hang around with other dudes. And it's just weird.
Women. They want to control women, but they really want to be around the company of men.
Yes.
And they're obsessed with genitalia, especially
They
penis.
are. They are very obsessed
with penises. They want to know if a woman has a penis. They are obsessed with, which at some point you go, kind of like, you are what you eat.
Yeah.
I mean, you're that obsessed with penises.
Yeah.
At what point? Because they're never worried about trans men. Let's think about this for a second.
Yeah.
These guys never go on a rampage about trans men, because basically all the laws that they're passing is putting trans men back into girls and women's locker rooms, and trans men competing with women and girls. They're all hopped up on testosterone.
Yeah.
putting bearded men into women's bathrooms. And I really find it interesting, and it's because a lot of these trans men don't have penises, unless they got a bottom surgery. So they're obsessed with trans women and cis men's penises. They're so fucking...
It's not normal.
For people that that say they're not gay and they say they're not turned on by the sight of penises, they sure are obsessed about it. Like,
exactly.
I think when you spend all that time thinking about it, is why BBC porn is big, trans porn is big, and gay porn is big.
Yeah,
especially
and they're all
in MAGA strongholds.
Yeah, they're all, and when you look at the documentary, you also see the people, the type of bros that are attracted to their conspiracies and all the stuff they are. And quite honestly, from a strategic standpoint, I know this is not really talking about politics, but I guess it is. They're not the most. They're not the demographic that votes at very high percentages. So if you have to lose somebody, and I know I've said this before, as a political party, if you have to lose younger, high school or undereducated men, and you can gain women, more educated, higher income, more diverse, more whatever, more woke, and you get to gain those people, I would rather gain that demographic than the other ones, because they're only going to vote periodically. The women are going to vote all the time, hopefully,
But the reality is, and this is why the Republican Party is the way it is, which is a 90% plus white, predominantly male-run, they more men vote in the Republican Party than women.
It
is why it's so centered around white men. It's by design. Like it's a manosphere that is very racist, very phobic of trans people and gay people and all that, but at the same time are obsessed with penises. They created this whole Venn diagram of people obsessed with penises, Republican MAGAs, and bros in the manosphere. Like they're all, and they're in the center. Because they're all three typically. And
they're all three.
They're just something. Just fucking. They can't let it go. You see them every time there's a trans post.
Oh, there's all kinds. They are obsessed. They are so
trans
obsessed.
Women in sports and everything, and they're just so thin-skinned and so stupid. Yeah, you're right. They're lowly. They're the lowly educated. They are. I think who these guys really are, instead of having an obsession about religion, which typically, if we'd had a more highly religious, back in the day, these guys would have been religious fanatics.
Exactly. That's right.
But since they're the younger generation that barely attends church, they've switched it to this bro worship.
So,
and basically, the penis worship
is their new god. The penis the penis god is their new god.
I think these guys all have cock-shaped pillows in their house.
So what's interesting, what you just said, Gersemi, and you hit the nail right on the head. If there's any positive to this manosphere conversation and trend, and it's really there's not a lot. They're just amplified because they're men, and people think that if you talk about men issues, that it's a lot bigger than it really. There's not a lot of people who follow the manosphere, but they get so much attention because we live in such a society where men get attention.
I think the group itself is probably a small percentage.
Sure.
But I think the influence on young men is not high, but it's high enough.
Yes, I agree with you. I agree. And that's
a lot of bros on social media that echo this same sentiment that I've run into, that are very anti-trans, very homophobic.
And that's the way, and that's the reason that we need influencers who are more aware of themselves, more stable, more normal, so they can call stuff like that and say, you guys are just being ridiculous. You're being crazy. Because one of the things I was going to say this, and we're going to take our last break here, is that not one of them, not all four of the ones that the story was about, the podcasters, not one of them mentioned God, Christ, or church or anything. They were not at all involved in religion or church or anything. So I don't exactly. Listen, if you like what you hear from Gersemi, she does have a show that comes on every Wednesday, most times at 11:30 Eastern Time. It is called Two Queers in a Truck. Join her show. Also, don't forget to join the return of Urence. Urence had some wonderful interviews this past weekend at the HRC Gala. He interviewed some of the elected officials that sat at our Cannis Media table. Commissioner Mark Jarrell, Commissioner Commish YTI, Yvette Townsend Ingram, Minister Mack from the NAACP, and so he was able to interview them, plus the new city council person from Charlotte, North Carolina, JD, and then also one of the press guys from the HRC in DC. He interviewed as well. So watch his show; those will eventually be on. They will drop on Thursday at Thursdays at 7 p.m. And then we hope in May to have the return of the Tony Foreman Show. Tony Foreman is a local advocate and advocate for all things Afro-Latino. And his show drops every Wednesday on 10 in the morning, but it probably won't come back until May. So, all right, I got that out. So here's this last commercial.
Hey, thanks for listening to us as always on Coffee and Pan Dulce. And just to let you know, we're on all the audio podcast platforms. So working out or whatever, you can just listen to us. Or if you want to see our bright, shiny faces, we're on YouTube and Facebook. You can even be fans and you can comment on our shows on the Facebook platform and drown out people who don't actually listen to the show but like to fun us. But anyway, we appreciate y'all and very much, and keep on listening so that Christian and I are just not sitting here talking to ourselves. Have a great year. Hey y'all, thanks as always for listening to Coffee and Pan Dulce. And guess what? As part of our Cannis Media family of shows, we have a sister show that's been running alongside the Coffee Show for 6 years, 6 seasons. And it's Two Queers in a Truck. And in fact, we've been on air, as it says right behind Christian, as we record this, in case you're watching the video version of this. It's exciting. It's a little different. It comes more from obviously the queer perspective because it's Two Queers in a Truck. And we invite you to listen to it. You don't have to be queer to listen. And I promise it most likely will not give you scabies. I can't 100% verify that, but it's just a medical rumor started by me, actually. But anyway, come out and check us out on our sister show, Two Queers in a Truck, and all the exciting 2025 new shows on the Cannis Media family. As always, thanks for listening, and we'll see you next week. Bye, y'all.
Bye, y'all. Up next is Two Queers in a Truck with Jenny and Christian. And hope you guys tune in. We'll see you in about 15 to 20 minutes. Thank you. Bye.
Welcome back, everyone. Don't forget to join all the shows on the Cannis Media platforms that we have out there. All right. So I completely agree with you. I do think the Mark Robinson thing was a what did you call it? It's like calling water wet, or
water is wet.
Yeah. It's like we knew it.
Well, we knew when he was going on and on about gay sex and calling certain things in health classes as porn when it was just little stick figures and they were drawing sexual positions. And he went on and on about all this stuff. You're like, oh, this guy is really obsessed with penis, really obsessed with gay sex and trans people. When is the other shoe drop and people are going to find out about his browser history or, that he did a queer sex worker that you knew it was going to be something similar to Lady G, or like you knew this stuff was coming. This is or a Madison Cawthorn. So when the accusations came out, I was like, eventually we're going to find out.
Yes, exactly. We just wait a while. Yeah.
Or he's going to confess himself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I completely agree with you. Well, listen, we want to thank you for watching Coffee and Pan Dulce all these years on our 9th season, and we'll be back next week for another edition of the Coffee and Pan Dulce Show. Yes. Bye, y'all.
Bye, y'all.
How's that?
Okay. Hey, y'all. Thanks for watching Coffee and Pan Dulce. And, hey, it's April, and it's really spring's in full swing. We got the time change going on, and we're barreling towards summertime. And y'all be safe out there. I mean, you know, travel becomes more prominent in these spring breaks and Easter season and all that. So just take the precautions that you need. If you are going to choose air flight, just realize there's a lot of issues out there right now. Make sure you arrive fairly early to make it through all the check-ins and all that. A lot of airports are shorthanded, unfortunately, because of the incompetence of Congress. But anyway, you guys do be safe out there and enjoy your spring and summer seasons. Bye, y'all.
Bye, y'all.
Hey, y'all. Thanks for listening to Coffee and Pan Dulce. And one of our big things is that if you missed any of our other shows, we are on Facebook, we're on Spotify, we're on Apple for the most part, and a bunch of other audio podcast platforms. So if you've missed us, come back. The water's fine. Dip on in. It's 85 degrees here in my imagination. But anyway, we have 332 episodes in the tank. You can pull up any of them. And most of all, we have fresh ones dropping most weeks. And we got 3 more shows coming. Be excited. But as always, thanks for listening to Coffee and Pan Dulce. And look forward to the 2025 season. Thanks, y'all.
Hi, y'all.
Hi, everybody. This is Yorense from the LatinX Show over here. All I'm here is doing a little quick PSA. Use this summer to do volunteer work. Go to your nearest YMCA. Go to your nearest homeless shelter. Go to whatever community services or programs that you can help out and volunteer. Because right now, we have a bunch of fascist pieces of shit trying to rip apart our country and rip apart the people, our communities by spreading hate and bigotry. The best way to combat it is 1, working in your community and standing strong to show that you are strong and you're here to help out others. 2, combat misinformation. If you hear bullshit, first research and make sure if it's true or not. If it is not true, call it out. If it is true, get the facts. Be knowledgeable of it because it might come out later. So always stand against that. And 3, fuck fascists. Stand against them. Make them feel uncomfortable. There is too many people out there feeling like they can say the hard R or say slurs or be violent. Make them understand that a lot of people die to make sure this hatred and bigotry does not exist. All our civil rights workers, all the people who restored normity, everybody who fought against intolerance and hatred, they died and worked their asses off to stop this. So follow in their footsteps and stop this madness. This is Yorense again from LatinX, and all I can say is be there for your community and stand up for what's right. Fuck fascism and have a wonderful day.
Next up, thanks for watching Coffee and Pan Dulce. Next up is 2 Queers in a Truck. Stay tuned.
Coffee and Pan Dulce. How's that? Coffee and Pan Dulce.
All right. Okay, we're going to make this one really short. Because, all right, we're coming back. All right, we're just going to come back, and I guess that's it. And then we'll do another one.
And this is the Jenny Award.
And this is the Pendejo Chronicles.
Coffee and Pan Dulce. How's that? Coffee and Pan Dulce.
Sounds great.
You sounded like a telenova. I mean,
I'm trying to. All I have to say is go. Yes.
As a non-Spanish speaker.